What's going on, fellow rock and rollers? Peace and love and thumbs up and AOK Cowabunga and rock and roll to you. And guess what? Today we're going over song structures. That's right, song structures, song structures, song structures, song structure. It's kind of silly to do it like that, but guess what? There is a little bit of a formula when it comes to especially music you hear on the popular radio. Not necessarily all different genres, but definitely those that fall within the pop music vein. That could be pop rock, pop country, pop folk. There's lots of music and styles that fall within this sort of formula in a way. And I'm sure you've seen it other places too, but I got two song structures that go over fairly well, right? Just like when you tell a story in a book, there's usually an intro, there's a table of contents, and then there's chapter 1 and all the stuff, and then there's chapter 2, and then it goes through, right? Just like sort of like the structure of a book. Doesn't always have to be like that, but that's generally like the big main popular structure of a book. So here's what we're going to do: structure of a song. There's two. The first one I really like is an acronym. Think of it as VCVC, right here, VCVC, and that stands for verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Now, that's pretty simple. The verse is the part that kind of is the storyline that kind of leads up to the otherwise known as the chorus or the refrain, the catchy hook, the melodic part that everybody sort of remembers. So if you forget the verses, you'll most likely remember the chorus. There's an old saying too, don't bore us, get to the chorus. And that's what we're doing when you get with this simple, very simple song structure. So it's verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, and then boom, that could be pretty much the end of the song. That happens sometimes in popular music you hear on the radio. Now, the other one that I like, number two, is on the back that I really like. And it spells it out a little bit more. It uses that verse, chorus, as you can see in the middle. But it starts off with an intro. Sometimes that's a really interesting, fascinating, attention-grabbing guitar part or a piano part or a couple ooh, 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 something that definitively right out of the gate lets you know that, oh, that's that song. That's this particular song. So we have intro, verse, chorus, which is what we took from the other song structure. And then we have a bridge. Now, the bridge, it's not like a literal bridge, but the bridge connects this chorus to the last chorus, right? It connects the second chorus to the third chorus. I like to write in this song structure. Sometimes song structures for me end up like this, but most of them end up like this. And the bridge, think of it as the connecting point between the second chorus and the third chorus, or whatever the last chorus is right before the end that connects that part. Sometimes it's different musically there. Sometimes it changes tempo. Sometimes it changes musical keys. And then because it just gives something a little interesting, fascinating, another thing to kind of grab your ear again. Ooh, that's an interesting change. That's kind of neat. Keeps your attention and keeps you flowing through the song and not kind of getting lost and not paying attention to it anymore. So intro and bridge are very much like that. Then we have the chorus again, which is the refrain, the catchy hook part that if you forget everything else in the song, you probably remember the catchy hook melodic wise and music wise. And then E for ending, just the ending of the song could sometimes be the intro again coming back at the end. And on occasion, this can happen after a chorus. The intro might come back again as what's considered a post-chorus, which is like an instrumental part that, or like a ooh, ooh, or like a da-da-da, or some sort of gibberish words that might happen that are attention grabbing. Comes after the chorus. As a post-chorus, the intro might come back in again, and it might come back in again here, and then it comes in at the end. So this is the song structure that I really like. This is a harder acronym to remember. IVCVCBCE. Say that 10 times fast. I like this song structure as well. It's simpler to remember, the VCVC, and the V stands for verse, the C stands for chorus, the I stands for intro, the B stands for bridge, and the E stands for ending, right? And sometimes you might see a post-chorus and even a pre-chorus. And we didn't put that in here because sometimes it's a little complicated to talk about. It's basically an extension of the verse before you get to the chorus. There might be another interesting, smaller section of music that and words that happen between the verse and the chorus, which you might see a P at some point here later on, the letter P for pre-chorus, and then after the chorus was a post-chorus. Just some interesting dynamic changes in the song, right? Not every song follows this formula, but I really like following this formula in song structures. So we have this one, number 1, verse, chorus, and number 2, song structure of intro, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, ending. And that's what we got. So I hope you enjoy this song structure. And it doesn't have to be like this when you write songs, but these are the most popular ones that you'll find when you hear mainstream pop radio. There's lots of artists that don't even have a structure, and it's just kind of like a jam band sort of riffing off of the cuff and not really having anything planned. A lot of jazz artists could be doing this as a state of improvisation. Having a structure is good for the musicians, and it's also good for the people listening, anybody listening to a song, so that you know what to do, you know, kind of a little bit of predictability and comfortability with that, where you kind of can feel what's coming next and you're excited about what's coming next, the anticipation of the chorus and then the bridge, all leading into this soaring sort of upwards trajectory in the song, right? The verse kind of builds to the chorus where it's the really, really high part, and then it comes back down again for the verse, and then it goes back up again for the chorus, and then even more sometimes in the bridge, and then back up again with the chorus, and sort of stay on that soaring trajectory, kind of like you're going up a mountain or climbing a hill, and you're really kind of going for it there. And that's kind of what you want to do in songs, especially popular songs, and has them build. And so it makes it interesting for the musicians as well as anybody listening to the song. You really want to make it interesting to capture people's attention. That's what it's all about in the end. So thanks again for tuning in on Song Structures. And guess what? If you don't like the verse, chorus, or the intro, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, ending, well, guess what? You don't even need to have song structure. Just get rid of it and write the song however you want to write it. But I did want to put that out there as something fun for us to think about song structures. It's like they all come from somewhere. They all follow a little bit of a formula that kind of helps you out. Make things make the most sense. All is good. Peace and love. Thumbs up and A-OK, cowbunga and rock and roll. We'll see you next time for who knows what. Bye-bye.